Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, it's Saturday and we have a maze. We've had a maze since yesterday morning, but this is the first time we're going to be talking about it, so let's talk about it. We do have a couple other things, but we'll talk about that after the maze because I'm sure that's why the most of you are here. This is the Jungle Warriors maze, and let's go over the lineup. Panda Explorer, I don't care. Armol, I don't care. Alright, so we have Inzanami. Okay, let's look at Inzanami. I can't tell you very much about her. I seem to remember looking at her skills once and not being impressed. I might have mixed her up with somebody else. I don't have her. I don't know whether or not she's good. As it says here, she's Earth support, who can remove and block effects. Like I said, I don't know anything about her. But you know, the thing about it is, these mazes are all about the mythics, right? They're all about the mythics. So let's just go right to our little friend here, Azta, right? He's a nature controller with possession skills. What kind of skills? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because I have a detailed look at his skills, and him as well. All right, let's start with his stats. All right, his life is actually pretty darn good. Over 60,000, considering the attacker we just saw there not too long ago, who was like 48,000. 60,000 for someone who is control is pretty darn good. His power is really terrible, but you know what? That's not what you're getting him for, is it? And his speed is very good. 4840, that's very, very good. You get lots of speed on him and he's going to be grease lightning. So basically for someone who's a controller, he's very meaty, doesn't have any power, doesn't really matter very much, right? And he's very fast. So that's pretty much the most you could ask for. Moving down to his trait, at rank 0 he gets stun immunity, which is kind of useful indeed. At rank 1 he gets poison immunity. I guess he's nature, kind of makes sense. It's a torture effect, fairly common, so that's not such a bad thing. And at rank 3 he gets a status cast for self-precision. Okay, so there's less of a chance of him missing when he's putting that down. That's actually kind of useful, actually extremely useful for a control individual, because the first attack for your primary control is kind of important. You don't want to miss anybody, right? So if he's got that extra precision right out of the gate, that's actually kind of good. All right, moving down, quickly, his relics. He's actually got some pretty good relics for control here. You can do some great stamina stuff with that, so not bad at all. All right, so let's go down to the skills here. Tier 1, Flying Punch. Deals very low nature damage to one enemy, applies poison to one enemy, gives extra turn to itself. I'm probably going to take that because he's got some cooldown issues further down the line. Not as much for the damage. The extra turn thing might be something that's kind of useful, especially considering the cost for it is kind of low, at 23 for that. We've seen guys that have like nearly 40 for that, so that might be something we want to use. Alright, so let's move on. Piety, please. Applies a pyropopic shield. I know, I always mess that up. And torture immunity to itself. The thing about it is, I don't really think that that's his job. So I would say no to that one. I mean, he's going to stop from his primary job of being a controller to shield himself and make himself immune to torture. I don't see that as his job. You know, I'd rather have him doing things. So I'm going to leave that one out. All right, let's move down to tier 2. Rock Hard. Removes negative status effects from itself, applies true vision to itself. Again, stopping to actually do that is not something that I kind of like. I'd rather have them be active in doing something when you have like a controller. So I'm going to skip that one. Hypnosis. Deals moderate nature damage to one enemy, applies possession twice to one enemy. Alright, so that one is good, because that's going to do fairly decent damage, 2-round cooldown, and of course the reason you do double attempts at possession, if the individual isn't immune to it, but maybe they have toughness or hardening or something like that, applying it twice makes it more likely you're going to get it to stick. So that's actually kind of effective. So very good skill, definitely keeping that one. Alright, let's move down to tier 3. Jade Absorption. Deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison and damage reduction to all enemies. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, he's not going to do a lot of damage with that in terms of direct damage, but poison's pretty good, And damage reduction, I mean, it's only going to be like a 50% or something like that. So, it helps a little, I suppose. It's more significant considering these mythics do have a lot of health. So when you're reducing the damage, it kind of means more, I suppose. In the old days, it didn't if they had less, because you're probably going to do a lot of damage to them anyway. But when these guys have lots of health, any kind of damage reduction is a really good thing. So you're definitely keeping that one. And finally, cast them all, I think that's the way you say that, deals low nature damage to all enemies, applies possession to all enemies. Of course, that's his bread and butter right there. The damage, pretty much insignificant. But what you're trying to do is you're possessing the entire other group. And, right, if you do notice, you got some cooldown issues here, especially in Tier 3, where they're both 3-round cooldowns. So that's the reason that for myself, I would take the 2 skills in Tier 3, because they're pretty darn good, right? I would take the big hit in Tier 2, right, the Hypnosis, and I would also take the first one with the extra turn. Because the thing about it is that some of these guys, the cooldowns are a bit of an issue, and it's going to take you a while to get back to them in the case of a long fight. So rather than use one of these ones that's going to do something and then his turn ends, I'd rather maybe him use that first one, do a little something, and maybe get back to one of his bigger skills faster. Just basically what I would do. Anyway, so basically he's kind of a controller who's going to use possession. He's got 2 skills that use possession. He's got a little bit of damage reduction. He does some poisoning. He's not going to kill anybody with a big bang, right? But, I mean, the torture effects of poison is pretty good. And basically possession. You want your enemies to attack themselves, right? That's ideally what you want. Most times they're going to charge or use a self-buff or something like that. But basically, his job is to make sure his own team doesn't get attacked. And these skills are perfectly serviceable. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him, especially his stats. Very good, and these skills will definitely do the job. It's just obviously nothing fancy, like cooldown activation or something else thrown in, something like that. It is possession, and a number of individuals are immune to possession. So when you get that, this guy's going to be kind of useless in terms of that. So you have to pick your enemies, who you're going to be fighting. You wouldn't want Kothor over there with Abomination and have this guy trying to do something to him, because it isn't going to work, right? Okay, so the big question, of course, is how do you get him? We've been here before. We're going to be here again. We're going to talk about it. The first thing you're going to need a whole bunch of maze coins. How do you get them? Well, you collect your money, your gold, you collect your food, you feed your monsters, you do battles, PvP battles, and then you hatch and then you breed. These are the values you can gather inside of a 4-hour period. Once you've used them all up, you're going to have to wait 4 hours before you can get more, right? So that means, like just an example of gold collection, you can get up to 30. Once it's done, you're not going to get any more until 4 hours later. You want to hit as many intervals as you can to get as many coins as you can. Of course, there's another way of getting coins, which is just for today, and hopefully everybody is already working on it. And that, of course, is the Maze Coins dungeon right up here. And yes, I'm just going to go right in there. All right, so this is the Maze Coins dungeon. It lasts for 1 day. It's always the second day of a maze. So let's just pop in here and finish this one off. If you complete the entire thing, you get an extra 1,000. So let's just go on in and take care of this fellow. And let's take care of him. Okay, so time freeze. Okay, did they change something? They did change something. Because the traits are now above the health lines. And I guess the negative things, maybe the temporary things go down below. That's kind of cool. It's good to separate them. All right, unfortunately, we didn't get 2 of these guys. So fortunately, we got the dangerous one, right? And, okay, you guys are gone. Just do this. Okay, you got a whole bunch of bad stuff going your way. Let's see. Oh, transmitter. Boom, you're dead. Okay, you want to give me some gems? That'd be kind of awesome. This is your only opportunity to give me gems, Ugh, it's better than food and money. Okay, and I got the last 280. All right, so let's pop out of there and let's pop back in here. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Tomorrow morning, his limited path is going to open, and it's going to be open for 2 days. Now, when does it open? That's kind of important. I live on the East Coast of the United States, Eastern Daylight Time. So that's going to be at 7 a.m. my time. From 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., there's going to be a 10% discount for the limited path. You could spend them anywhere, but let's face it, you're going to spend them on the limited path because that's all that really matters at this point. You're probably going to need 47, 4,800, maybe less if you do hit that extra 10% in the morning, especially if you get enough to actually just do it in the morning. And that's what's going to be necessary to actually get him, which is the reason doing the coins dungeon is so important. And the reason that I pressed so very hard before this event began, and for every maze, don't spend any of your coins until the limited path. So that's going to open up tomorrow morning. You're going to want to get him that way. It's the best way to get him. As a matter of fact, for me, once I get him, this event is over. Because I would have to be like grinding and going crazy basically for maybe like 15 to 20 more cells. But that's me, because I don't go really crazy for these kinds of events. And I don't have those wonderful little things like they're indicating in the top right there. You know, they're on the Legends Pass, you know, the premium side. So if I get him, I'm done. That's what matters to me. Mind you, I would like to get some gems or cells or something like that, but basically I kind of take the rest of the event off at that point. So this is the stressful part. We want to raise as many coins as we can so we can buy out the limited path before it vanishes, right? So that's kind of the important thing here. So good luck to everybody. Good luck, and hopefully we can all take him home. Unless, of course, I'm actually facing you in a war, in which case you don't need him. Really, you don't. You don't need him at all. Just use the green sword. She's awesome. Just do that. All right, so what else do we have? Well, I know this is going to be shocking, but we have a 72-hour challenge here. Okay, and today we actually have a couple of interesting ones here. And no, I'm not talking about the Maraca guy over here on the left. Okay, down the middle, Baron Trader. Baron Trader is very good, but it's not the one I'm going for. See, I already have a Baron Trader. I'm pretty sure mine is 110. But, you know, I don't have her. So I've actually been going for her, especially since she's ranked up. You'll notice I have a lot of gems here, though. So far, I have not been overly successful. Hopefully, after the PvP section of the video, I'll have enough extra coins to do another spin and maybe actually get her. Either that or maybe the 8 gem. I'd like the 8 gem, definitely. More gems is good gems, right? And then, of course, we also have this. This opened up this morning, and I guess it's a 24-hour thing. And this is a challenge for Hopkin. Where is he here? All right, he is metal support, and I don't have him. You know, I hear he's very good. I really hear he's very good. The thing about it is I'm not going to spend any gems on him. I'm not going to try very hard on him because I would need gems to finish him. And I'm not going to spend gems on a legendary because... yeah, they're legendaries, so that's just the way that is. All right, and there is actually something else. In case you weren't aware of it, and I really do hope you were aware of it, I should have mentioned it last week, actually. The dailies have included an opportunity to get cells of Dr. Watts, who, by the way, you might have known is in my hatchery right now. So at the moment, I have 110 extra for him. So that's not such a bad thing. Probably be able to rank him up. Hopefully that's going to continue for a few more days. They also have, you might not notice, a breeding event if you're interested and if your temple is available. I know my temple wasn't available. By the way, the Nightingale event. I got Nightingale, I got a Master Skeel, and I also got a Synapticus. He's actually sitting, where is he? He's right here. I had to get him out of the way there. I didn't rank him up or anything like that. He's just kind of sitting over there. Right here, right here. So if you have Taga and Pixel Lion, or the appropriate jokers here, you can do a breeding and possibly get more cells of Dr. Watts. So that would be very interesting. What do you actually get? Oh, Dr. Victor. So if you're successful and you get Dr. Victor, then you might get extra cells for Dr. Watts. If you fail, you'll still get 5 Dr. Watts. So If you want to do that breeding, that's fine. But like my temple is on cooldown, and I'm kind of stuffed as it is. I finally got Devastress out of there. You know, she's not sitting up there anymore. And currently, I am crafting Ilion. So he was actually waiting for that too. So I'm a little backed up at the moment here. And oh, I am also, where is he here now? Currently ranking up O'Reilly here. So definitely Flynn is going to be happy with the destruction he's going to be causing. I think I have Master Skill. I'm feeding him up for like updates. I don't remember if mine is 100 or 105. If he's 100, I'll probably rank him up anyway because why not, right? Anyway, I think those are the things that we have going. But then again, we also have war today. So let's go over and see how the war is going. And since basically the Ilion event is done, and I had extra gems, I unlocked my Kothar. So Bob is all pimped out right now. And we're going to see Bob in the war there too. Which reminds me of Bob. Yeah, this did not go well because of the Myrak. The Myrak just messed me up completely. Right here, I lost this one. You know why? Because the Myrak, to the other two, gave them dodge group attacks. And then just kept messing up my guys with Total Blind and Nanovirus, so I couldn't put the regeneration on my... It was ugly. It was really ugly. So, yeah, don't fight Myrax. It just isn't worth it. All right, what do we have over here? Oh, that guy is really fast. Do I have a... Wait a minute. What do I have in here? I do have a Megaton tank in there. Yeah, but he's going to take off the... That's a really good question. You know, I'm going to do it anyway. This is probably a horrible idea. Okay, didn't take off the Megaton. Okay, do whatever you want to him. All right, let's see. Do we have any dragons in the house? Okay. Unfortunately, you're taunting, aren't you? That's how very mean of you. Okay, and then have some of this. All right, so what do we have over here? I don't get to play him very often. I don't know if I've played him since I ranked him up. Oh, that's right. This is the one that he got, right? The 30% total life away from all enemies. That's actually, it depends on how much damage it does. That one does 44. But then again, more torture. They already have quicksand. So all I'd be doing would be adding poison, right? Well, this one is bleeding and drowning. But that only hits one individual. You know what? I'm going to go torture effects. Here, do those. Boom, you're dead. Yeah, them torture effects, they're all kinds of great. And then you're dead. Okay, now we're going to see Bob. Alright, so let's see. What are we going to do? If I see 15 there, I'm probably not interested. Oh, well, that one's only 100. That's interesting. Well, you know what? Why don't we just pick this one? All right, so let's change it up. And of course, over here is going to be a very pimped out Bob. Bob's going to be doing some pain. All right, over here, I'm thinking, why don't we do... We'll go Megaton, of course. All right, and over here, should I just do my own Myrek? I think that if he gets the opportunity... Where is he? There he is. Porky! Alright, so Myreks are just really a pain, but I prefer to use Porky if possible. Alright, let's go. And he is going first, so... Okay, it's going to miss you in the front, isn't it? Yep. Alright, let's see. Ow, that's going to hurt. Oh, should I just get rid of him? Massive water hit to one enemy, applies bleed, but just kill him dead, right? Oh, taunting! Didn't even think of that. Didn't even think of that. Alright, let's see. Since you're gonna... Oh, you know what? You don't have a torture effect on you. Why don't we double your health? Alright, let's see. Okay, you have a reflect on, but I'm not going to hit you anyway. So, nightmare... not that one. I'd rather deal with the... Yeah, I'd rather go with the stamina leak and the drowning. All right, let's get rid of the two in the back. All right, and what do you got? Just take your stamina away from you. Okay, you stand alone. All right, let's see. Let's just give you a damage mirror in case he does something naughty to you. All right, and boom on the head. All right, so Bob is very strong, which is what I was counting on. All right, so it looks like that we have a healthy lead here, and I'll get my last attack in later, even though we got 15 hours to go. You never know. But looks good. Looks good for us for now. And we actually get to do war for a change. Isn't that an amazing thing? Hopefully this win does not put us in the Legendary League where we have to have 8-hour cooldowns. Eesh, I hate those so much. All right, so what is left? Well, PvP. So let's get to it. All right, I did get us to like 5,700, but it's dropped down a little. But even at that trophy count, look what we're getting. Let's just throw the teams in and we'll see what we can do, right? Our first team today was suggested by King Me, M-I, I hope that's right. And this individual wanted to see, we're starting over in Thunder, and this is going to be Alex. Next, we're going over to Magic, and this is going to be Wormy. And finally, over in Metal, we're going with Gene. So our damage is significantly stronger than our denial. So we'll see how things work out here. Okay, we have Drakon over. No, that's... Oh, that's so insulting. I call Drek Drakon. He's probably going to be really mad at me. I don't see any of these teams as being much of a threat. So let's just see what we can do here. I don't know. Mythics? I mean, we're pretty strong. I'm looking at this team over here on the right. Of course, the one on the left might be all right. It's just that I think that the Kihaku, who's a little bit faster, is probably more significant. All right, why don't we just do that? Because the thing is, if he goes first, we're in a lot of trouble. And they are mythics, even though they're 100. So I think that's probably a good fight, so let's do that. Okay, wow, you have all life on a Kihaku. Okay, nothing I could do about that. Okay, so can you get stuns? I guess Wormy's taking a round off. Unless, of course, we're going to go with, yeah, get the multi-effects going. Get some burning going here, right? There we go. It's going to get hard to get used to looking at the traits above the health and the stamina there. All right, let's think. They're already stunned. Well, they were stunned. I can't do that again. Let's think. Shouting for vengeance. I really do want to get rid of the Kihaku. That would really mess us up. Should I try to possess it? Let's try that. Oh, no, he's... Okay, that might work out for us, but that's not exactly what I wanted to do. All right, why don't we just do this? All right, possession. Well, I could do the group possession now, and that's not a bad idea, actually. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Okay, you did that. Of course you did. Let's see. Oh, you have the taunt one. Okay. All right. Let's see. Make sure we don't use any single target stuff here, right? Kind of like that. You missed everybody. That's interesting. All right, let me see. Shouting for vengeance. Goodbye. And a little bit of poison your way. And boom on the head. Once again, would have been a better fight if there had been good runes there. All health on a Kihaku. I don't get that. No, I don't. I mean, why even have it there? I don't understand. I mean, if you're hiding behind a Megaton tank, that's fine, but Armor Claw was just doing regular taunting. Alright, so let's continue. Our second team today was suggested by Depresso Espresso, and this is going to be unfortunate for one individual. Alright, so let's go here. Alright, we're starting over in water, and this is going to be... Where is he? There he is. We start with Finn. And next we're going over to nature. And this is going to be somebody who is currently getting an upgrade. And he's going to be a lot easier to find in the future. He's hiding down here now, but he's going to be higher up. And we have Flynn. So we have Finn, Flynn, and the unfortunate one in the group is going to be... He's down here somewhere. A little bit of... Okay, then we have Vincent. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We still have hundreds right across the board here. Well, technically, at the moment, we only have like one 105 and two 100s. But I think they're pretty high quality ones. So why don't we just try this again and see if we can get something challenging. Miserous. Ooh, he's like the ugly version of Vincent, isn't he? So I'd rather not do that. Or do I don't know. See, the supporting cast isn't overly terrifying, so otherwise I might do that. All right, one more try. Any moment now. There we go. Ouch. That is just kind of ugly right there. Do I want to risk the team on the right? I mean, the team on the left is just not going to happen. Nope, not going to happen. Up the middle doesn't look like much of a threat. This is probably a loss, but let's do it anyway. I think the good thing about this is that the fact that two of our individuals are... Actually, he's not... Only one of them is dodging group attacks. What was I thinking? Well, we do have Flynn. All right, this is probably not going to go well, but let's just see. Yeah, and they would have decent runes, so yeah, this is probably going to be very ugly. Oh, he went right after Vincent. Okay. A night of fun? Okay, and now what? Let's see for a second here. Remove negative status effects, heal self. Do I really need to do anything? Resurrect. I mean, if I do this... Yeah, I might as well. It puts him back to where he was. Alright, let's see. Let's add some more torture effects here. Do you guys want to... Actually, you're already bleeding. So let's do this one and add sunburn. Okay, she didn't want sunburn. Okay. Okay, I think he got two of them. But for Finn, that's not going to be a problem because he's got a 0-0. All right, how about some fun dungeon? Oh, man, you guys are in trouble. Okay, and charge because you got your cooldowns activated. You got your cooldowns activated, but you have a 0-0. Okay, and let's see. Total damage reduction and a big old hit on the head. All right, and charge. And big old hit. Oh, that's not good. Okay, at least she didn't kill him instantly. That would have been a problem. All right, bleed and poison. Oh, you didn't get anything. Why didn't you get anything? Okay, you already had poison on. Block positive effects. I'm going to lose him. At the moment, it's not that much of a... If I lose him and Vincent is still alive, I can resurrect him. Alright, and let's think. Disempowerment? Activate cooldowns! Okay, you're in a lot of trouble over here. Charge. Let's see. Oh, Daves and gives nightmares. Just do that. And deadly interruption, and I think this is done. Okay, that worked out. Them not being able to hit O'Reilly was definitely very useful. Also, Finn having the 0-0 there, the 0 cooldown, 0 stamina one, very useful. If you activate his cooldowns, he can still attack. Ouch. We did win a couple here, right? Ugh. Alright, so let's go with the third one. Our third team today was suggested by Oscar Hagman. And Oscar definitely is going with brute force here. So let's go with brute force. Actually, you know what? I'm probably better off just doing this. Because we're starting with Bob. And next, we're going over to here. And then we're going with Sal. And finally, well, actually, I might as well just do this. We're going with Eric. So we have a whole lot of might here. But unfortunately, we don't have anything in terms of denial or control or protection or anything like that. So we'll have to see how that goes. Now, obviously, none of these teams are sufficient for this, right? Oh, come on, come on. Give me something. This team deserves your respect. Okay, there's 115, and it's got commons in that team. All right, let's try that again. All right, so I smacked that team, by the way. Let's see. Come on, come on. Something good, something good. This team on the right does not qualify, you know? All right, one more try. Come on, something good. All right, this is the last time, so I'm hoping I find something. Is this team on the left the best one I'm going to get? I have to believe I'm going to see something better than this. Oh, my goodness. All right, I have to take one of these last three teams, because I can't do this all day. Okay, well, we got a tough team. Okay, that's interesting. Well, these guys, 115, 120, 115. I have one mythic over here, so I have to take the team on the left, right? There's no denial over there, so it's just going to be fists against fists. But you know what? They don't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys just don't stand a chance. You're not even going to get a chance to attack. No, you're not. Not even going to get a chance to attack. Bye. See, that's just brute force right there. And notice they were faster than everybody because they're mythics. And that took me 3 tries too, didn't it? Of course, I got an extra 1,000 of these, by the way. All right, so hopefully, okay, so now we're seeing some better stuff over here. I'm looking at this team over here. I still don't think they have a chance against the last one, though. All right, let's go with our fourth and final team for today. Our fourth and final team was suggested by The Perception of Agony. And The Perception of Agony wanted to see, there's no mythics in here. We used all our mythics, but it's definitely a strong team. So we're going to start with, of course, Cleo. And then we're going to go over to Fire. And this is going to be Nova. And then finally, over in Earth, we're going with Sarko. All right. So do I want to fight this team over here? You know, am I going to have trouble finding something else? See, that's the question. If I say no, I'm going to hit. Then I'm just going to be searching forever. Well, what about the one at the middle? See, if the Armor Claw was actually like 110, then I would say yeah, maybe. But you see, I got some levels over here, and I'm kind of hoping we got some runes and some relics over here. All right, so let's go. Because otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because, I mean, look how hard it was for me to find a team that got destroyed quickly. You couldn't put 1 health on him? Not just 1 health, just 1? I mean, he's utterly useless at the moment. What does he got? He's got 43. That's like a 1 hit for anything real strength, right? I mean, the other two are decked out fine, but he is not. Oh, that's right. That's Sarko doing that. The quicksand. Forgot all about that. Well, it's not going to matter anyway. Not that one. Not that one. Okay. Activate cooldowns. Oh, that's right. You dodged that, didn't you? Oh, and you got all your stamina taken away. Isn't that lovely? Guard down? Let's take care of your two friends. All right, this one would do that, but I think that... All right, quicksands. They already have quicksands. So, let's see. Siege finisher. Okay, he's going to get this hit anyway because he's taunting. Dude in the front. So, they should get bleeding and drowned. They don't have either one, so... More torture effects. Alright, and, do I want to give him the curse? Might as well, because I'm not going to be able to do that to him anyway. You're dead. You're dying quickly. Alright, let me see. I'm going to... Oh, you're reflecting now. We'll wait on that then. Okay, boom, you're dead. Okay, you're not reflecting anymore. All right, you don't have any stamina. You have a really big hit on the head. You have a bleeding attack. Okay, no bleeding there. Let's see. You don't have your single target attack because he's dodging group attacks. Okay, that was just rude. You still don't have your single target attack. You do have your single target attack. I don't think you'll ever see a mythic dodging group attacks as a trait. I just don't think that you're going to see that. There's a couple of things in the legendaries that have been overpowered. That and mega taunting. So I'd be very surprised if we ever see those in mythics. Okay, some more coins. Maybe I'll get 2 chances considering how many times I had to do rerolls. I mean, look at this. I'm getting these. See this up in the middle? Oh, it's got one good one, and then that's about it. The team over here is all right when you got the Helgeton dodging group attacks. It's just really hard to get good fights these days because of all these 72-hour challenges. All right, and why don't we just pop in here and watch me get runes. I'm sure that's what I'm going to get. All right, so let's just... How many do I got? I might get 2 shots. No, 1. Watch me get one of the runes. Oh, the 8! Ooh, that's good. And I don't have enough to do another one. But I got 4 shots left. I still got like a day and a half. I'm hoping I can get her. That'd be kind of cool. Although I don't know if I can actually hatch her. And I think that that is going to be it for today. So we have the maze. Make sure you empty out the coins dungeon. Very important. There's 1,000 coins sitting there if you make it all the way to the end. Very important. Make sure you do that. Go as far as you can. Get as many as you can. And like I said, the limited path will open tomorrow. We'll open up in the morning, whatever your time zone is. I'm telling you, 7 a.m. for me, Eastern Daylight Time, East Coast of the United States. So you're going to have to work it out for yourself. You should know at this point when it's actually going to open for you. So that first hour is going to be a 10% discount. Very important to get in there. Any discount is a good discount, right? So you're going to need probably like 4,700, 4,800 if you don't get a discount. If you do, less, obviously. And then again, we got the 72-hour challenge if you want to do that. But long term, that's having a terrible impact on the PvP teams, as you can see, because people are putting in the really bad teams on defense to keep their rank down, so they can get as many wins as they need in order to get the coins for the challenge. So yeah, I mean that's the reason that we're getting really bad teams, and I have to keep doing rerolls in order to do that. And if you want to get Hopkin, he's there for you. And don't forget, I don't know if this is going to still going on, but it's been going on for a week. You got some Dr. Watts stuff in there. And of course, there's that breeding event for him if you also want to get Dr. Vincent as well. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See you.